Baba matikoka matitirangane. Baba matikoka matitirangane. Irangane baba matikoka matitirangane. Baba matikoka matitirangane. Amen. In this segment, I am constituting Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is best understood as the biblical kingdom embodying cardinal kingdom of kingship priesthood, cardinal state of Jesuit states, and the cardinal country of cardinal politicians born out of Chiera Murenga, popularly known as Chimurenga, a revolutionary struggle with the spirit Chiera and the soul Murenga being the vital cogs in redeeming our national tabernacle. To fully understand Zimbabwe, we put its progeniture into categories as political progeniture, religious progeniture, and traditional progeniture, as both configured, transfigured, and transformed through a Murenga priesthood evolution matrix. Zimbabwe as a state evolves around traditional chieftains born out of Lemba and Hera infusion by Murenga, our kingship priest, and a detachment emperor of Zionism from King Solomon's tables. Zimbabwe as a kingdom also is born out of the same Murenga progeniture of Adamic humanity, with Emmanuel from King David's tables gracing us by incarnation. Zimbabwe as a country is born out of Chiera Murenga, of Murenga stables, with the localized Shekinah motherhood evident as Zimbabwe. Shekinah, her motherhood house of state, or Zimbabwe house, Zimbabwe Mabwe. It should then be easy to classify our cabinet, knowing that Zimbabwe house signifies the house of Shekinah motherhood and state house for a Shekinah fatherhood in Zimbabwe. Head of state must be familiar with this triumvirate setup evolving around Zimbabwe of our Shekinah motherhood. It is imperative that nationalities embrace our parameters as such. The will of I Am is that Zimbabwe live by its Shekinah priesthood arrangement and dynamics, putting our social contract into perspective with Mzimu Unoera instincts. The nature of Mzimu Unoera social contract. We have our presidium as synchronized apex, putting political, traditional, and religious progenitors into perspective with our Shekinah motherhood, represented by our Shekinah cardinal bride, depicted as Zimbabwe bed of economic fortune. At any given time, our presidium must be seen to be sitting in triangular formation, evolving around our Shekinah cardinal bride in Gambisa, with a presidium forerunner coming in as political cardinal subject, our premier, represented by our cardinal star of state matters in red. Our presidium must then understand our cardinal triangle in white as signifying last millennium reign, with the Prince of Peace instincts influencing their leadership conduct in line with the cardinal leadership in Christian countries and Jesuit states of Zion. Custodians of our presidium is the state of elders, Senate of elders, with parliament running under a supervision of cabinet, and the cabinet in leadership of our premier, accountable to the presidium of state and the Shekinah motherhood of its country. Judiciary must then take Mosaic constitution and use it together with the national constitution, and both legal connotations be embraced. A cardinal brief. Zimbabwe is a state of statesmen, and they are apolitical, accountable to the frontline states. Zimbabwe as a country is a political entity with geopolitical boundaries for political public administration. with the politicians accountable to statesmen of Senate. Zimbabwe as a kingdom is of integrated religious entities after Abrahamic priesthood reconciliation of the Lemba and Hera tribes to be done. Cardinal summary of cabinet. 1911, we had Abrahamic minister in Dr. Pemua of Nyamweda. This is a Moyo clan. 1917, we had the Johanic minister and Baptist in Dr. Muchabaya Momberume. It's a Chirandu Moyo. 1924, we had the Chancellor of Zion, Samaris Institute of Prophetic Priesthood, Dr. Samero. 1931, Johanic governor and Dr. Peter Maseza. 1931 again, Johanic arbitrator in Dr. Elijah Mugodi. 1940, Mosaic Levite in Dr. Micho Changa Micho Changa. Johanic convener of Jerusalem, Apostle Paul Daswes, with the Johanic shepherd, Apostle Peter Bios for the church. This is around 1942. Johanic matriarch, Dr. Ferres of Nikido, around the same time. Jesuit governor, Dr. Ginazio or Lawrence Katsiru, around the same time in Jerusalem progeniture. Shekinah Cardinal Mother, Dr. Teresa Nyamushanya Chaza, this is around 1956. Our Johanic senators would then be Dr. Majinesta Mukuta, popularly known as Baba Wimbo, Dr. Emmanuel Mujiwa Zangare, Dr. Paul Mwaja, Bishop Zimunya, Dr. Apostle Philip Chiguida, Apostle James Kanengoni, Mazimai Sara, Mazimai Ada, Mazimai Besta, Mazimai Mubaiwa, Mazimai Erisidia, and our matriarch of Chikandira, Chihera Changa, Dr. Chihera Changa. We come to cardinal ratification. After Nyamweda configuration and renunciation of our defiled Old Testament parameters, a contingent was sent to our national fortresses, starting with the Masowe fortress in Masowe, after realizing Johane Emmanuel Regial Moses. From Masowe, after Mosaic transfiguration, our contingent was referred to Mount Nyota by Masowe matriarch. After Mount Nyota, Cardinal Star of Zion befell them from Dr. Samuel Stables, gracing their their event. Our contingent, whereupon Emmanuel Mujiwa assigned Moses in Dr. Micho Changa for Old Testament atonement sessions, and Dr. Micho Changa was made to be responsible of Old Testament atonement sessions as our Levite. Moses used Paul in Paul Daswes for Old Testament baptism of New Testament tabernacles of apostles in Gurue, constituting native Jerusalem or quasi Judeo Jerusalem. Paul Daswes seduced Peter Bios with our cardinal cross of to Grace Church in our native Jerusalem or quasi Judeo Jerusalem. Peter Bios seduced St. Ignatius with the bishop's vessel of Christian Church in Jerusalem, followed by cardinal stars of apostles, which befell our native Jerusalem, with the Benjamite Trojanos as Dr. Sandros Namoye Bonde. Chief arbitrator Elia Mukwimba summoned all stakeholders at St. Peter as Grand Cardinal Parade commissioned by Peter Bios in Highfield. Stakeholders were from all patriarchs, matriarchs, and cardinal subjects under the sun, the moon, and the star banners of atonement sessions. Our New Testament was sent to Manicaland for our Shekinah motherhood of Cardinal City to ratify it and proclaim it as the new status quo, challenging the old. Today, head of state, as our last cardinal convener, is obliged to commission New Testament dispensation of Johanic priesthood in Zimbabwe, with its cardinal savers from heavenly, earthly, marine, and Mabwe-Adziwa fortresses, constituting Grand Rushanga, and cardinal from all our cardinal stables must make their submissions through Neva Avanji Nevanji of Nevanji and Nevanji of Gotwe, using Johanic orature from Nevanji of Nevanji stables to Nevanji of Gotwe stables. This submission must be made in earnest to head of state to consider it, so that Zimbabwe can fully be recognized as a Christian country. Tatenda. Ukuru wenyenyedzi nyika ya baba ijaombera. Ukuru wenyenyedzi nyika ya baba ijaombera. Ukuru wenyenyedzi ere nyika ya baba ijaombera. I thank you to be continued when and if it is necessary.